Surprise! I feel like these decks are like smaller than the ones I usually use. I don't know. Okay, we all, if you know, you know, but this chapstick so far has lasted me about 2 weeks, so we're going strong. Hi. Hello. Welcome back to my witch obsession. And oh my god, you guys. Okay, so in today's pick a card reading, we will be doing what are you going to love about your next lover? And I know y'all seen this. Y'all, I'm literally refilming this intro right now because I was so excited. I forgot an entire portion of the intro. So today's video is a collaboration with the Spiritual Social, Miss Lexi here on YouTube. Oh my god. Don't begin with me. Don't. Just stop. So she's going to be doing what your next lover is going to love about you. Oh my god, guys, do not begin with me. So if you somehow do not know about the Spiritual Social, she is another reader here on YouTube, of course, and oh my god, she has some of the best love readings on the entire platform. I swear by it, I swear. She's literally right next to, like, in my eyes, though I don't watch love readings that often from like readers that I'm like, like wary of, and I'm sure you guys like your guys' readers will be way different from mine, but my favorite readers to watch when it comes to love readings are obviously Ace Tarot and then the Spiritual Social. I love her, Cenis, and also Briar Rose Tarot. I love them all, but oh my god, it is literally such an honor to collab with the Spiritual Social because she also does these rose petal readings, and she'll use like different forms of divination like coffee cups, like bones even, and wine. And it's so cool because I really want to get into other forms of divination too. So like at some point I want to like post content like that too. Oh my gosh. Anyway, she's literally so amazing. I can't I'm not going to talk anymore about it because I'm literally just going to be gushing about it for the next like 30 minutes. Like this whole video could end up be me being like a fangirl over it. And I don't mean to like put these people on like a pedestal or anything, but like they've inspired me so much when it comes to, starting my own channel. So it's just like okay. So we have 4 piles here today. We have pile 1 with the Luminous Spirit Tarot, pile 2 with the Everyday Witch Tarot, pile 3 with the Lifeline Tarot, and pile 4 with the Golden Thread Tarot. If you've already chosen your pile, the timestamps will be in the description box below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd also like a personal reading, I offer them down below in my Etsy shop. It's linked in the description just because people ask about it occasionally. And also, if you're from the Spiritual Socials channel, welcome. Oh my god. Hi. Literally, I hope you enjoy your time here. If you like my vibe, like come along. But regardless, I'm honored that I could like meet you. Anyways, so yeah, if you've already chosen your pile, proceed to your reading. But if you would like to listen to me ramble for an extra minute or 2 or 3, then hi. Oh my god, you guys. So like the first time I filmed the intro, I'm not gonna lie, I was literally so crazy. I was like screaming, and I don't know which intro I'm gonna use. I'm probably gonna use this one just because it's a little bit more coherent and organized. But just got done finished learning how to shuffle dance. I'm trying to learn how to dance more, at least shuffle, like house shuffling, and I'm so excited because I feel like dancing is just like an alternative workout, and I love moving, I love being active, but I wouldn't say I really like the gym or like, like mainstream workouts because I just feel like the structure is very like insanity inducing for me. And I don't know, like I feel like there's just too many people on this planet for all of us to enjoy the gym. Like, it's just the atmosphere is just it's just not my vibe. I don't really know. It's not that I don't like working out and I don't like getting out of being active, but it's just like I'd rather do things that aren't, like in high school I did marching band because I didn't want to do like a regular sport, I didn't want to do football, I didn't want to do track, I didn't want to do any of that. And marching band was just how I did it. But yeah, and there was other things that I was going to say, but I literally completely forgot. I don't know. I'm so frazzled right now because I was thinking about this video so much because I've been so excited. because I was watching this video by Pink Pantheress, or like it was like this award thing for Pink Pantheress and Ice Spice because of, you know, their collaboration. And I remember Pink Pantheress was like, this collab happened from one DM, shoot your shot, people. And I was like, girl, you are so right. And so I just started emailing all these content creators, and I got a hold of a few of them, and Lexi was one of them. And I was like, girl, this is so tea. I was like, life is too short to... I remember like just that whole thing of like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I'm just like, that is my vibe right now. I'm ready. I don't know. I love this so much. And also, y'all, I just want to say, like, do not take advice from people you don't want to be like. Don't take advice from people you don't strive to be like. And I feel like this has been something that has been lingering over my head, because I feel like a lot of people have been trying to tell me how to like navigate my life right now, because I feel like I'm in a very awkward position. And it's just like, if you're not somebody that I see you as like a role model, or somebody that I strive to be like, or you live a life that has a luster to me, then I just am not taking your advice. Sorry. And like, call me stubborn, call me like immature, and like I'm gonna make the same mistakes as you did, but like literally I'd rather make those same mistakes that you made and just learn from it on my own than like take your advice and have like even the 1% chance of becoming like you. And I just like, I remember when I worked in the fast food industry, these people were all telling me, like, when I put my 2 weeks in, they were like, you put your 2 weeks in wrong, like you should have quit like this, you should. And it's like, girl, I'm not trying to be like you. You are not my role model. You are not my idol, you know? Because honestly, like, work culture can be very toxic, and especially where I worked, it was so toxic. Everyone would like talk smack about each other, and it was just like, oh, it was terrible. But yeah, that's all I have for today's ramble. I hope I didn't miss anything from the first iteration. But yeah, I'm gonna send you off now. See you at your reading, and oh my god, you guys, I love you. Thank you so much. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the Luminous Spirit Tarot deck, this is going to be your reading for what are you going to love about your next lover. And we're going to start with some oracle cards first today. I know. I haven't used oracle cards in a while, but it was just the vibe today. What is pile 1 going to love about their next lover? And I'm sure you already know, because I keep mentioning at every corner, but this is a collab with Lexi from TheSpiritualSocial here on YouTube. Definitely go check her videos out. Literally, it's not even literally just go look. Like, you're gonna love it. But what is pile 1 gonna love about their next lover? Okay. We have Spy and Patience. I feel like one thing that you're really going to love about your next lover is they're probably going to be a quick responder, or they're going to be somebody who is very patient with you, or also somebody who probably has like, I'm not going to lie, I feel like they're going to be kind of like low key, or like somebody that isn't, you know, like overly popular, or like not overly popular, but not somebody who is constantly putting their business out on, you know, their social media. So I feel like also they're also going to probably look through your social media. I wouldn't be surprised if you even meet this person through like social media or like a dating app, but you're just gonna love how patient they are, and you're really gonna love how they are very, not obsessive, but they're just going to be very attentive with you. You know, they're going to read between the lines a lot with you. It's basically what I'm trying to say here. It's going to be easy to tell that this person is interested in you. And I feel like you're going to get a real kick out of that. I feel like you're going to love that about them. And I feel like it's also going to kind of give you a sense of patience too, because I feel like this is going to go like both ways. And I feel like you're going to be very patient with this person too. And I feel like you're just going to like that you don't feel rushed, you know. I feel like you won't feel like if you move at a specific pace, then this person's going to leave you, or they're not going to be, you know, into you. I just feel like the pace will be very comfortable. I feel like it'll just be very like appropriate, you know. Like, I feel like it'll be the perfect slow burn, and whatever your interpretation of the slow burn is, you know, I feel like we all have a different tempo when it comes to relationships, but what I can say safely is that for you, it will be comfortable for you. It won't make you feel pressured, you know. This person won't pressure you to give them something, or if you know what I mean, they won't, they won't lag too much, but they also won't like smother you, you know. They won't be love bombing you or anything of that nature. they're just going to be very patient with you. I feel like that's the best way to put it. I feel like that is like, the reason I'm saying that's the best way to put it is because it won't be like, you know, I feel like patience is a very umbrella word, you know? Let's get right into the tarot here. But yeah, I think it's interesting that that card popped out to the spy card, because I feel like that can be taken in multiple different ways. This could also be somebody that, you know, you look through their social media and like you're interested in them. You're like, wow, I really like this person. And then like by the grace of the universe, they just happen to hit you up or something. Something of that nature, you know. Social media is going to be involved here, and something about social media is going to be highly favorable for you and something that you really appreciate. The way this person does social media and the way that they handle it and the way they perceive it will be something that you really agree with, and probably something that you're going to like, because probably maybe you haven't really run into that many relationships or that many people that have the same perspectives on social media as you do, or at least putting themselves out there, you know. What is pile 1 going to love about their next lover? What is pile 1 going to love about their next lover? This card kind of wants to come out. I'll take it. We have 5 of Wands and the Magician. So right off the bat with the 5 of Wands, okay, let's be real here. And we also have the Page of Cups. So I feel like the 5 of Wands, we all know it's about conflict, it's about indecision, and it's about, you know, like disagreements or just like that kind of vibe. I feel like this kind of goes a bunch of different ways, but the first thing that I got is I feel like this person will be hot-headed and somebody that really isn't afraid of standing up for themselves, or isn't somebody that isn't going to let people walk all over them. I feel like this kind of goes in a bunch of different directions, and I don't want to like worry you, but what I'm trying to say here is that this person will care, you know. I remember I was talking to somebody and they were like, you know, like couples, when they fight, it's because they care, they're passionate. And not to say like, oh, like exclusively like, you know, when couples fight that they care or whatever, not to like glamorize it, and not to say that like you're going to be in a situation where you're constantly fighting with somebody, but I just feel like this person, they won't be a yes man, you know, they won't be an enabler, they won't be someone who just like, when you ask them something, they're like, whatever you want, you know, like go with the flow, lol, like whatever. You know what I mean? This person's going to speak up for themselves, and they won't mind giving you an answer when you ask for it, you know, or when you know, like just somebody who isn't spineless. Like you ask them, where do you want to eat? And they will be like, oh, like I was thinking this place. What are you thinking? And then you're like, oh, I was thinking this place, you know, and instead of like arguing with you about it, they're happy to discuss with you, and they're happy to tell you how they feel in a disagreement without like being all rude about it, because they do care about their own opinion and they have a backbone about it, but simultaneously they respect your opinion, especially if you're like a very decisive person yourself. And also with the 5 of Wands, I feel like this person will be very good at soothing you if you are overthinking, or if you're somebody who is, you know, like frequently in your head about things. I feel like if you come up to this person like, hey, like have you been talking to other people, or like, you know, like they would tell you like, no, I'm not, and they'll be like, you can go through my phone and stuff like that. And I just feel like this person is one of those people like that would let you go through their phone or stuff like that. They would let you have their passwords and stuff. And it's just like, depending on your perspective on that, it's just, what I'm trying to say here is that this person has nothing to hide, you know. It doesn't matter as to whether or not you do want all of their social media and stuff like that. It's the point is that this person would be willing to let you go through their stuff, you know, because they have nothing to hide from you. They don't want you to feel like they're doing something behind your back, you know. And also with the Magician card, I just feel like this kind of goes to show that this person won't have a problem thinking about you, and they won't have a problem, you know, manifesting you. I feel like with the Page of Cups too on the bottom of the deck, I feel like the way this relationship will kind of pan out will be very sudden and very alluring. Like, I don't know, like I just feel like, do you see the expression on this, you know, like image, like this figure's face? I just feel like this person will be very, like, you'll be very drawn to them. And I feel like with the Magician card, like you'll try to manifest them, or vice versa. And I just feel like I'm getting, because whenever the Page of Cups pops up in a love reading, I always make it out to be like that card that indicates that the little things remind you of a person, you know, like for example, someone's like, oh, I really like milkshakes, you know, and so every time you see a milkshake, it reminds you of them. And so it's like, it could be that that person's manifesting you and they're sending you little signals like that, you know. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I feel like little things will remind you of this person, or little things remind them of you. Maybe they'll send you a song and they'll be like, oh, like this song made me think of you, or hey, like I'm at your favorite restaurant right now and I'm out with a group of friends and I just thought I'd tell you because, you know, they wanted to tell you what they're doing, and also because like they thought of you when choosing the restaurant, you know, like they love thinking about you, and they love, you know, telling you when they're reminded of you. I feel like that's going to be very sweet. And obviously it won't be like, it will really depend on your situations individually, but I think it's pretty safe to say that for a lot of you, whether or not this person tells you, I think you're going to like that, you know, they send you little messages, or they send you like little tidbits of like, oh, like this made me think of you, or like, hey, like I hope you're doing well today. I know I haven't been talking that much, you know. I just feel like the Five of Wands here is saying like what this person will help you avoid, or what this person will prevent you from feeling, you know. And I feel like even if this person, you know, gets, you know, like let's be real here, like I feel like everyone's like, oh, like arguments, you know, but like the reality of it is that I feel like if you do get into like a predicament, or like a, you know, like a heated disagreement with this person, or like an argument, you know, I feel like this person will be very good about talking to you about it. And I feel like this person will also really show you that they really want you even throughout the ordeal, you know. I just feel like this person will have a very mature perspective when it comes to conversation and when it comes to different opinions, you know. And with that being said, this person could be very intelligent. This person could be somebody who is like not older, but somebody who is just more, I haven't used this word in a while, but I feel like they'll be more like sagacious, you know, somebody who knows what's going on, and somebody who could also be very political, I'm not gonna lie. But I just feel like what I'm trying to say here is like this person will have interests, and this person will have hobbies, and this person will have things that they like talking about, you know. I feel like with the Page of Cups too, I wouldn't be surprised if as you go along with this person, you'll be happy because they'll constantly surprise you, or they'll constantly give you like tidbits about themselves that you weren't expecting, you know. It's like you won't find everything out about this person on day one, you know. They have a lot of depth, and they'll have a lot of personality, and they'll have a lot to talk about, and a lot that will intrigue you. And I feel like this will be very exciting for you. I feel like this person will do a very good job of exciting you, and doing a very good job of like, you know, like attracting you, you know, and keeping you on your toes, but like in a good way. And I just feel like you'll find this person very alluring. You'll probably have like a strong magnetism between the two of you, if y'all know what I mean, rated R vibes. And I just feel like this person will just like, they'll just really know how to like push your buttons and really like rile you up in that way. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, maybe that's probably important for you if we have Wands here. We also have the Chariot. This could be a Cancer, honestly. And then we also have the Queen of Swords. And I'm going to pull one more card. And the Ace of Wands. So, like, I feel like with the Chariot card and Queen of Swords, it's very interesting because I feel like the Chariot card and Ace... Okay, first of all, I'm literally, like, going off tangent. With the Ace of Wands, I do feel like this person is going to be very physically attractive, obviously. And I feel like they're going to know how to use that attractiveness. You know what I mean? Like, do you ever just meet somebody who is, like, really attractive, but they're just, like, horrible? Or, like, y'all get the vibe? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? It's just, like, this person won't be boring, or this person won't overly rely on one thing about them, you know? They know how to use, or, like, they know how to get through to people. They have Riz, is what I'm trying to say. If y'all don't know what Riz is, like, they have charisma, you know? And with the Chariot card and Queen of Swords, I feel like this person will also be very protective over you, but not like in an overbearing, kind of like annoying way. I was reading this post last night and I thought it was so real. It's just like when you first start like talking to like a dude here, like under the assumption that like y'all are going to be like, if y'all are into dudes, but it's like, you know, like this is just an example. Like when you first get into a relationship with anybody, honestly, like the post said like, me, like, I'm going to drink water, and it said him, like, be careful, please, you know, that kind of vibe, you know. I just hate how, like, when you first start talking to someone, they're all, like, protective over you, you know. And I feel like this person is going to embody that, but like in a very charming and in a very warm way, you know, that is fresh and like something that isn't, you know, like boring, you know, and something that isn't like cliche or corny. Like this person won't be cliche and or corny unless it's completely intentional and in a satirical kind of like way, you know, like they'll do it ironically. And I just feel like with the Queen of Swords too, it's just like it doesn't really matter like the identity of this person. They could be male or female, anything in between. They could be, you know, like it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is I'm trying to say like regardless, this person will have like this critical nature about them. Something about them will just be very, they'll be very opinionated, you know, like, and I feel like this person will also see you as very opinionated. They'll probably see you as very intimidating, and they'll respect you. They'll definitely be big on respect. They might also be a little bit chivalrous. I'm not gonna lie. They may be somebody who will like pay for the bill, or somebody who like opens doors and stuff like that, or like texts first, something of that nature. You know, just somebody who isn't afraid to make the first move, if you get what I mean. And with the Ace of Wands too, I feel like outside of like the obvious like physical chemistry that will be going on here, I feel like this person will also just be very fun for you, and I feel like you'll really like that they make you feel like you're fair, you know? They'll never make you feel like you speaking up or like you telling them like, hey, like this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for, these are my intentions. They'll never make you feel like, oh, like you're asking for too much, or you know, like, you know what I mean? Like they just won't make you feel that way. They won't make you feel like you're being overly needy when it just comes to your basic needs, you know. They won't make you feel like you're asking for too much. They won't make you feel like, oh, like you're bored, you know, or that you're boring. And I feel like this person will also do a very good job of conversations with you. I feel like this person will have a lot of fun talking to you, and I feel like you'll have a lot of fun talking to this person. And I just feel like one thing that you'll really like is I feel like with the Ace of Wands, this person's also very passionate. I feel like you'll like that they have a drive, you know, they have goals that they want to meet, they have things that they want to do. And when they do overthink or when they do get caught up at a crossroads, it's because they literally do want the best decision possible, or they want the best outcome possible for whatever it is that they're investing their time into, you know. They're just not somebody who is not into something, you know. Like they will not be the kind of person that does something just for the sake of doing it, you know. They'll be doing something because they're passionate about it and they're very much into it and they want to get down with it, you know. They're just going to be somebody who is very goal oriented and motivated. I feel like if you ask this person like, oh, like what are you trying to do, or like what do you do, like I do this because I really like this about it, you know. It's just like this person will be very interesting. They'll be very, you know, like fulfilling when it comes to conversations. Like lots of like Gemini energy. They don't have to be a Gemini, but just somebody who is very witty, somebody who's very quick on their feet, and somebody who knows how to keep a conversation alive. And you're going to love all of that about them. I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% certain, if you know what I mean. So yeah, let's pull some more cards. We also have the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So I feel like with the Ten of Swords and Seven of Cups, perhaps you guys or this person, I just feel like one or the other or both have dealt with situations where they were strung along. Because with the Seven of Cups, like it's literally, we all know what Seven of Cups is about, you know, like confusion, illusions, daydreaming, options. This person won't make you feel like an option. This person won't make you feel like they're just like being wishy-washy with you. I feel like they'll be very realistic about you, because I feel like with the Ten of Swords, you or both, like both of you or one of you, perhaps like you, I feel like you will have dealt with, you know, and if this doesn't resonate, just apply it to the other person, or if not, you know, just don't take the message. But I just feel like somebody in this situation will have dealt with a lot of hardcore betrayal or a lot of unsureness, you know. And I wouldn't be surprised if this plays into the whole spy card in the beginning here, of how like maybe you have like issues of trusting people, or this person has issues of trusting people, or like there's just like this reluctance when it comes to meeting new people, or this reluctance when it comes to relationships. I wouldn't be surprised if pile one, you're a commitment phobe, or you're somebody who is very slow to commit to somebody because you don't want to deal with something like that again or ever. You know, if you haven't dealt with it at all, it's just something that you would very much appreciate not dealing with, period. And I also just feel like with the Ten of Swords here, it's just like showing that I feel like a lot of you have faced a lot of endings, and I feel like this person will kind of come into your life, or like this person they won't add on to the damage, you know, they won't continue to be collateral damage to your cause, you know. I feel like this connection won't be karmic, and I feel like you'll kind of notice that. And even if it is karmic, it will still be something that has a lot of longevity to it and something that will last for a while. And it'll just be something that really teaches you a lot and fulfills you and just makes you really happy and provides a lot of perspective and context for what you look for in a partner, you know, and what pleases you. And I also feel like with the Seven of Cups, I feel like this person also won't be smothering. I feel like they'll leave you to participate in the Seven of Cups, you know. I feel like this person, on one hand, will make you feel like you're not an option, but on the other hand, they won't force you to pick them, you know. They just like, they're choosing you and they're just hoping and expecting you to kind of do the same, you know. They won't force that onto you. They won't force you to pick them, but they are hoping, you know. And that definitely goes back to the whole Ace of Wands vibe, where there'll be somebody with passion and goals, and when they say like they want you, or when they're choosing you, when they're talking to you, they're going to be all about you and you're going to love that. But at the same time, you won't feel as if though like they're forcing you to pick them, or they're forcing you to make a specific decision in the name of the relationship, you know. And I just feel like with the Seven of Cups here too, like I feel like this person will also be very romantic, or somebody that really gets you daydreaming, you know. It's like, oh wow, like they held the door open for me today, or oh wow, like they paid for everything today, or like, you know, something of that nature, you know, vice versa. Something that makes you just like, you know, like I don't know how to describe it, like heart eyes, like tongue sticking out, like, you know that episode of Tom and Jerry where he like has heart eyes and his tongue like rolls out and it's like covered in hearts? That kind of vibe, you know. I just feel like it'll just be, it's gonna be crazy that you're gonna be into somebody just as much they're into you, you know. And it won't be like they liked you first and you're like, oh, like, you know, like they like me first, like let's give them a chance, you know. Like, no, you're gonna be liking them, and it's gonna be like, wow, like I can't believe someone like this is into me, y'all. And or maybe you can, you know. But that's just kind of the vibe I'm picking up here. I'm gonna pull some more cards. We also have King of Swords. Interesting, because we also have the Queen of Swords. And Six of Wands. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the last card here too. And then the Hanged Man. It's very interesting because we're pulling a lot of cards that deal with like, you know, like confusion and or like hesitance, or, you know, just being like left hanging. And I refrain that to the fact that I feel like you've dealt with this a lot, pile one, and I feel like this will be a lot of what will be avoided, because we have the Six of Wands here too. I feel like this person will also be very good at validating you or reassuring you if like you get nervous or something. And I also feel like with the King of Swords and Queen of Swords both being here, I just feel like that's the ultimate reference to the fact that you guys will have really great conversations. I feel like you guys will have a lot of fun discussions about a lot of different causes that each of you are, you know, very passionate about, or just causes that you guys are very invested in, you know. And I feel like with the Hanged Man card here too, this person won't leave you hanging, no pun intended. This person won't like I said, they won't leave you on red, they won't leave you on like delivered, depending on what you use, you know. This person, they won't make you feel like, once again, like you're an option, you know. And if they do, like, I feel like they'll do a very good job of telling you like, hey, like, I'm not gonna be responding that much today because I'm gonna be busy and stuff of that nature. And I just feel like they're just gonna be very kind to you about that. Loud. Anyways, I feel like with the King of Swords too, this person will be very detached, but not like in a bad way, you know. I feel like this will be in a very good way, in the sense that like I feel like if you tell them something, they won't blow up over it. Like they won't make you feel like they're taking your feelings personally. You're gonna love that you can go up to this person and be like, hey, I feel like you haven't been like, you know, like catering, or like I feel like this lately. It doesn't even have to be about this person, you know. It doesn't have to be about this situation. Like you could be like, oh, like I just feel like, you know, like this way today. They won't get all upset with you like, oh my gosh, no, don't feel that way, like why are you feeling that way, like no, like, you know. And I just feel like they'll be very indifferent about it, you know. They'll be like, oh, like do you want to talk about it, you know, like, oh, what's going on, like did I do something, you know. They won't make you feel like that they're taking your feelings personally, or that they are like, you know, they won't harbor narcissistic tendencies of that nature, you know. They won't be a narcissist, you know. They won't be like an a-hole, you know. They won't be a jerk. I feel like when I pull the King of Swords, I just always refer to like a very toxic father figure, or just like a very toxic man who is way too far up his own arse, if you know what I mean. And they won't be like a jerk about it, you know, like they won't be like rude to you when if you say something, or if like you're indecisive about something, or you know, like they'll just give you a lot of space, you know, they'll give you space when you need it, and if you want to close that space, you know, they'll let you, you know, they'll just be very patient with you. Like I said, you know, they'll be very forgiving with you, and they'll be very like understanding with you, you know. But that's not to say that they're going to be a pushover themselves. Let's be real here. I feel like with the Five of Wands, this person won't be afraid to give you feedback. They won't be afraid to tell you like, hey, like I understand that you feel this way, but like I feel this way about it, you know, and I just, you know, they won't be somebody who is a complete pushover, but they also won't be somebody who is overbearing. They'll just be they'll just be normal, you know, like I feel like that's the best way to put it, you know. They just won't be like rude to you about anything. And when I say rude to you about anything, they just won't make you feel like they're going to say something negative, you know? You know that feeling whenever somebody, like, you dread telling them something, or you dread, like, them texting you, like, they're just, like, an energy vampire or something? That won't be the case with this person. Like, this person, it'll be very rejuvenating and very exciting to talk to this person. It will be very inspiring to you. They'll be very, you know, like, they'll push you to do the things that you want, you know? If you tell this person, like, hey, I want to do this, this, and this, like, I'm so excited, they'll be the type of person to be like, oh my god, I'm so excited for you, like, you know, like how can I support you, you know, like this person will be very supportive because they very much are into their own things, and they don't want you to be like spineless, you know. They don't want to do something, they don't want you to do something just because they're doing it or just because everyone else is doing. They'll like that about you, and you'll love that about them. You'll just love that they aren't forcing anything upon you, you know, but at the same time they aren't going to not speak their mind. So pile 1, I think I'm going to sum up your reading by saying like this person is going to be very smart and somebody who is very like intelligent. Like I don't know how to explain. Like this person will just be very, you know, notified and very enlightened and very sagacious and very just like educated, you know. But that won't mean to say that they're pretentious about it, or that they are somebody who is, you know, egotistical when it comes to how much they know, you know. They won't make you feel like dumb or anything. They won't make you feel stupid. They won't impose any weird opinions on you. They won't like be over inquisitive. They'll just like, they'll know how to keep a conversation going. They'll know how to talk to you without probing you or making you feel weird. You know, they'll be very good at making you feel comfortable and validated. And they'll be very understanding of you. And they'll also give you a lot of space to like daydream. They'll give you a lot of space to, you know, like be yourself, you know. They'll respect your personal space a lot. And they won't make you feel like indecisive, you know. They won't make you feel like, you know, like you're going crazy or something, you know. They'll be very emotionally available with you. But at the same time, they'll know how to be detached, and they'll know how to, you know, just like hear you out. They'll know how to digest your opinion. They'll know how to talk to you and respect your opinion. And even if they disagree with it, they won't be like rude about it. They won't go like berserk tiger mom mode on you and like tell you like, no, like you can't do that, you know. And I feel like that isn't to say that they won't be protective over you, you know, like they won't not respect you. They'll just be like, they'll know when to be protective, and they'll know, you know, they'll just know your boundaries very well, and they'll respect your boundaries very much too. And I also feel like with the Chariot card, they'll be very comfortable to be around. This person will probably have like a very nostalgic vibe about them, and you're gonna love that about them. It's kind of like that vibe of like, I feel like I've known you for a really long time, even though we just met, you know. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If the reading resonated, pile 1, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are from Lexi's channel, thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, thank you so much for Lexi for collabing with me. And yeah, if you'd like a personal reading, I link those down in the description box, just in case if you're wondering. Other than that, thank you so much for watching again. I love you. Bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose the Everyday Witch Tarot, this is going to be your reading for what are you going to love about your next lover. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So we're going to start with some oracle cards here. And if you're from Lexi's channel, hi, welcome. I hope you're enjoying your stay here so far. What will pile 2 love about their next lover? What will they love about their next lover? Okay. So we have for you Spark and Passion. Wow, okay. So first of all, the physical chemistry here is going to be crazy, y'all. Like this person, you know, when you're just like really into somebody and like everything they do will just be like attractive. Like they're literally stuffing their face down in a restaurant, like being crazy, and you're just like, wow, like I can't wait till we get home. You know what I mean? And I also feel like this person won't be boring in the sense that, like, you know, when like attractive people have like no like riz, or when they have like no vibe, you know, it's just like they're just attractive and they like exclusively rely on that. And not to drag attractive people, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes you have to really look past their physical looks. And I just feel like this person will have the looks and personality to kind of match up. And I just feel like, you know, like the spark is going to be there right away. I feel like the tension between you and this person is going to be crazy. I feel like they're just gonna know how to get you going, and I feel like they're going to be very good at keeping you interested too. I feel like, you know, outside of the physical chemistry, this person will probably also really have a way with words and also really know how to keep you interested, you know. And I just feel like this person will keep you motivated in so many different ways too. But I just think that with these two cards, I think it's pretty clear to say that the physical chemistry is going to be through the roof. Especially, like, this could be like a long-term thing, but I just feel like this will be like, it could be like a friends of benefits, or it could be like, by the way, y'all, I didn't know for the longest time that FWB stood for friends of benefits. I thought it stood for F with buddies, like F word and then like with buddies. Oh my god, I remember I told someone that and they were like, what did you just say to me? But anyways, this could be that situation, or it could be just something that is not very long term, or it could be like a fling, you know. And you know, if that just like isn't your vibe, then it probably will be long term. Apply it however it resonates. But I do think that regardless of the case here, what I'm trying to say here is, like, there will be a lot of physical chemistry, and not yet do I sense a lot of commitment on the radar. But you know, we have to see what the tarot says. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited right now. But yeah, I also have a new tarot deck coming in today when I'm filming this. I'm filming this on Saturday, and I'm really excited because I haven't bought tarot decks lately, and it's been a while, so I'm really excited to, oh my god, I'm just so excited. And I'm going to use it in Tuesday's video, and I'm just so excited. I don't know how else to say, you know. I really like today's selection though. I love that they're all like papery. Like, we know this. I love like the papery kind of decks, or like the decks that feel like, I don't know how to explain it. I love all my decks, but like sometimes the papery decks just like give this like vintagey, like fortune telling, like you're in a dark room and I'm like playing with a crystal ball and like reading your palm, you know, like something about that. And like there's so many other readers on YouTube that have this deck, and it's so like worn out, and I'm just like, wow, that is so cool that you use that deck that much. That's me with my Mystic Money tarot deck. Anyways, what will pile 2 love about their next lover? What will they love about their next lover? What will they love about their next lover? Okay. So first we have King of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. I think that's really interesting that we pulled the King of Cups right after what I just said about commitment, and then we also have Ace of Cups. Yeah, I think for some of you, like, this will be kind of like a long-term thing, or it'll just be something that takes a while. I just feel like the physical chemistry will be right there, you know, right then and there, because I feel like maybe for a lot of you, you can't like get down with someone that you aren't like really attracted to from the get-go, which is totally valid. And what I'm trying to say here is, like, this situation and this person will really match up to that vibe, and they'll really match up to that need. And it's kind of interesting that we pulled the Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. So I feel like this person you could meet through like a work situation, but I don't know. And I also feel like with the King of Cups here, this person will be very sensitive, and they'll be very sensitive to, they're going to just be a very receptive person in general. But I feel like they're going to be very sensitive to your needs, and I feel like they'll be very good at reading you. And I feel like this will kind of like really like get you going, because I feel like this person will know how to please you. I feel like you won't have to say much to this person for them to kind of get the vibe, you know? And also, with that being said, I feel like getting physical with this person will be very passionate. You know, obviously, like we pulled the passion card earlier, but it won't be, oh wow, I just realized after the passion card we have commitment. Take that for what it is, pile 2. But what I'm trying to say here is I feel like this person, it won't be just like meaningless getting physical, you know? It won't just be like, it won't be sex for the sake of sex, you know? It won't be like that, you know? Like, it'll be like you can feel this person's, you know, it like that soul merging vibe, you know, that vibe, you know. And I'm not saying it'll be like that dramatic at first. It won't be like, you know, like the dream like right off the beginning. And I'm not saying that either to kind of like offset and be like, oh, like it's gonna take work to get to, you know. But it's just like, what I'm trying to say here is like you guys will have a lot of fun to learn about each other's needs, and it'll be very exciting to get to explore those things together, and it'll be very exciting to exchange your emotions, you know, outside of, you know, the physical stuff, outside of, you know, like the nasty stuff, you know. And I don't want to come off as like, oh, like this person is just going to be all about the nasty stuff, or like this situation is going to be all about the nasty stuff, you know. It's not like that, but it's just like I feel like for how prominent it is in this reading, one or both of you puts a lot of importance into that stuff, and I just feel like that'll be something that will be one of the needs that will be met in this situation, you know. And I just feel like you guys will have a lot of fun learning about each other, and I feel like you guys will be very receptive and very nurturing towards each other, and you'll be very eager and very excited to help one another. And I feel like that's one of the things that will really kickstart the situation, and definitely one of the things you're going to love about this person, one of the things that's going to make you catch feelings for them. And I also feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, there will be a lot of luxury involved and a lot of opportunities involved. I feel like this person, one thing you'll love about them is that they are very good with their money, or they're very good with their resources, you know. And also I feel like they're very good at making their own luck. I feel like this person, like, they seemingly are really good manifestors, or just like a person who's just very good at bringing things in through their feelings, you know. And I don't know, like I just feel like this person won't, they'll just be like a very victorious person. I just feel like you'll love watching this person work and seeing them do their thing. And I also feel like with the King of Cups here, they'll be very good at describing their feelings to you. I wouldn't be surprised if whenever they like elaborate on their emotions, they'll be very eloquent and very well worded, you know, and just very emotionally educated and very good at navigating one's emotions. I feel like in that sense, they'll also be very good at talking to you, you know. And for some of you, like this is a random message, but they might be able to get you a job, or like a position, or like get you into like a group or something of that nature with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you're gonna love that this person is very giving with you, and very like, they might spoil you a little bit. I feel like maybe they'll like buy you nice things, or like if you want something, like they would offer to buy it for you. But I don't think that they'll like impose that upon you and be like, oh, like, you know, like let me buy all this for you, and you know, like basically like love bombing you, you know. And also, like I said, I feel like if you're trying to get into like a club or something, I feel like this person has a lot of connections, or they could be just somebody who is very good with their words. I feel like this person will be very persuasive, and you're gonna love that about this person, because they're just gonna be such a convincing and like swaying person. I don't know, like they'll just have like this charisma, and they'll just be so good at getting what they want, and it's just gonna be so attractive. Pile 2, it's almost gonna frustrate you how like annoyingly like smooth this person is. I'm not gonna lie, I know this reading is about like what you love about them, but this is definitely gonna be one of the things that you love about them but also hate about them. But I feel like that kind of like tension and that kind of like abrasive attitude that maybe like one or both of you will embody is just going to be very enticing, you know. It'll just further keep up that chemistry and that friction. We also have Queen of Pentacles. And we also have 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of work involved stuff here. I just feel like this person, they're going to be somebody who is very motivated, and somebody who, like I said, is very goal oriented. And I feel like it will be like in a very eclectic or very unconventional way. And what I mean by that is I just think that this person, they won't be doing something just for the sake of doing it, you know. Like their motives will be so much more deeper than just money, you know. They'll be like, because with the King of Cups here, obviously that's a very emotional card in my eyes, but then the Pentacles are a little bit more down to earth and less emotional, more detached. And I just feel like when you combine those two energies together, it just shows somebody who can't do something that they're not feeling, or somebody who can't do something that they're not into. And I feel like this goes a bunch of different ways, because on one hand, this person, you know, they'll be interested in you, and they know that you'll be like, they'll like you, you know, and you're gonna love that about them, because they'll wear their heart on their sleeves, and they'll probably like low-key be a hopeless romantic, I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like they'll just be so charming. And I just feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, they'll really respect the fact that you may be a more logical person, or that you're somebody who isn't as like, you know, like emotional. And I just feel like it's like this dynamic of somebody who's very emotional and reminds a very detached person to be more emotional, and like the detached person reminds the emotional person to be more like detached and indifferent, you know. It'll just be like this very fun chemistry, and it'll just make it so much more interesting, you know, and so much more like enticing. I don't know how to describe it. Like this person will just be like, they'll have like something about them, like, you know, that's the best way to say it. Something about them. And I also feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, like I said, this person could be like an entrepreneur, or somebody who is just like the craft that they do or the job that they do, they'll love it, you know. Like I said, they cannot do something that they're not feeling. They cannot do something that they don't love, something that they aren't obsessed with, you know. They're going to be a very motivated person in that sense. And I feel like this will just be so fun, because you'll know what's going on with this person, and they'll speak a lot through their actions, you know. And, you know, if they do say something, they'll match up to it, and if they don't, like, they'll have something to say, they'll compensate. And I feel like rarely will this person ever truly disappoint you, you know. And you're gonna love that about this person, because I just feel like they'll do a very good job of meeting you up like halfway, and, you know, not letting you down, not saying something, not like, and not doing it, not being flaky, you know. They'll just be very consistent in that sense. They'll be very routine oriented, and they'll probably, maybe even for some of you, bring a lot of structure to your life. I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, like, you know, like, it doesn't matter what you identify as. I just feel like this person will help you feel very comfortable. You know, this person will make you feel like your feet are on the ground. They'll make you feel like, you know, like you're in a very good spot, you know, like they won't like drain you of your energy. They won't make you feel aloof. They won't make you feel like, you know, you don't have control, or that, you know, that there's something that you don't know, you know. But it's just, what I'm trying to say here is like, this person will keep you grounded, and they'll know what to say and do to keep you grounded. You know, they'll know how to, you know, pacify you. They'll know how to calm you down. They'll know how to keep you at ease and make you feel comfortable. And with that being said, I just feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, like maybe you do have like a knack for giving, or like I just feel like you really love doing little gestures for people, or you love like doing acts of service. I just feel like you're a very like considerate person, pile 2, and I feel like it really pleases you to like take care of others, or, you know, nurture others, or like, you know, make others happy, you know. And it's just like this person will make you feel safe enough to do that, and they'll be very like receptive to that. I feel like they'll also be very appreciative of you, you know, when you do something for them. They'll say thank you, you know, they'll be like, oh, you didn't have to, thank you so much, you know. Or they'll be like, hey, like I got you this, you know. And they'll be like, oh, like of course I know I didn't have to, but like, you know, you did this for me, and I just thought, you know, that was really nice, you know. Or, you know, if something happens, they'll like tell you about it. You know, like, I just know, I feel like this person will just be very good at, like, appreciating you, very good at thanking you, and noticing all the little efforts that you put in, you know, without making you feel, like, uncomfortable about it. I feel like maybe if some of you are, like, bad at receiving compliments, or if you're not very good at, like, receiving, like, praise and stuff, like, this person will do a very good job of letting you accept it. They'll be very good at, like, spoiling you with the attention, not gonna lie. And it's just, like, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, like, when someone's, like, hugging someone like really tight, and they're like, get off of me, and they're like, no, you know, like, I don't know, like bear hug kind of vibes, but then like not listening. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, if you know, you know. Let's pull some more cards here. Actually, we also have 5 of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like it's very fascinating how many Pentacles we have here. Wow. I feel like with the 5 of Pentacles, this person will never make you feel like you're left out in the cold, you know, because let's be real here, the 5 of Pentacles is about, you know, like financial loss, or, you know, when something happens, you know, like being left out, you know. I feel like this person will do a very good job of not making you feel that way. And also, I feel like this person will be very good at keeping you grounded, or like helping you out when you're in a time of need, you know, whether that be emotionally, financially, you know. And I feel like this person won't be the kind of person to just like do something for you to do it for you, you know, like I feel like this person doesn't expect anything back, but they're open to letting you pay them back and stuff like that, you know, if something were to happen, of course, you know. I just feel like like the Five of Pentacles here, I feel like it could be perceived as a negative card, but right here I feel like it's being like, the context is that it will be what this person helps you avoid, you know, what this person helps you avoid feeling, you know. And with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like this person will also be very fair and fair-minded. I don't think that this person will, you know, like come up to you sideways or immediately start an argument. I feel like this person will really think things through before they come to you, and maybe to an extent to where they're a little bit hard on themselves, you know. I feel like this person will really care about you and they never want to like offend you or like disturb the peace, you know. And so I feel like in that sense, this person will probably be the type of person that kind of like detaches or kind of like retreats whenever there's a lot of conflict, or if they're feeling some type of way, they're like, hey, like I need a moment to cool down, and they'll come back to you and be like, hey, like I'm sorry, you know. It's just this person will be very good at communicating their feelings, and they'll be very good at keeping things real and keeping things fair, you know. And I feel like they'll be very good with self-accountability. I feel like if you tell them something, or if you like say something to them, or if they feel like they're being unfair to you, this person will like somehow sense that about you. They'll just know, and they'll be very good at matching up to you, you know. Like they won't, like for example, this person has a sub sandwich and you guys are going to split it. There's a big piece and a small piece. This person will offer you the big piece despite the fact that maybe they want the small piece, you know, or like the big piece, you know. Like they'll just be very considerate, and they'll just be good at like, you know, taking care of you, and they just want to like provide for you. They want to make you happy, and not like in a way that's like, oh, they want to provide for you, they want to like be your father or something like that, but more so in a way that they don't mind like taking care of you, and they don't mind like, you know, like watching out for you if something were to happen to you or something of that sort. They'll be very protective over you, you know. And like I feel like that comes off like, I don't want them to come off the wrong way. The way I want it to come off is this person will be very protective over you, but they'll allow you to defend yourself, you know. This person will just be very ready to help you and like, you know, keep you safe, and also like, you know, like agree with you and step up and like, you know, validate you, but also they won't do so unless they sense that like, you know, it's solicited, or if it's like necessary, you know. They won't just be like overbearing about it or be like, oh, like no, you can't do this, like, you know, like they won't have like that toxic masculinity where they feel like you can't do anything without you getting hurt, you know. And it's just like, it doesn't matter if they're like male or female or anything in between. Like this person will just be very good at like letting you do your own thing, letting you be independent, but also when you need help and you ask for it, and or you show that you need it, this person will know when to jump in, and they'll know when to, you know, give you a hand. So yeah, let's pull a few more cards here. I'm gonna pull the last 3 cards. We have 9 of Swords. We have Page of Cups. And Death. Yeah, this person could be a Scorpio, or like you could be a Scorpio. I feel like Scorpio energy is very present in this reading. Also Pisces. Just all the water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I feel like with the 9 of Swords and the Death card, this person will change. Like I feel like this situation, one thing that you'll really like about it, especially in the physical sense, I feel like this relationship will be very transformative, and I feel like you'll love how this person changes you, like in a good way, you know. They'll like really do a good job of like helping you change and helping you become the version of yourself that you want to be. And I feel like with the Death card, like this relationship and this situation, like you'll love that this person solicits change out of you without making you feel pressured, you know. It's just like, it'll be like power couple vibes, you know. Like you guys go through it, and then like you guys help each other through it, and it's just like you guys will be going through a lot of metamorphosis, and you guys will be becoming like you'll just love that this person helps you become like a better version of yourself, you know, and without like the toxic negative attitude. And I feel like with the 9 of Swords here, like let's talk about it. 9 of Swords is literally the nightmare card. It's about, you know, anxiety, stress, worry, panic. And I just feel like this person will do a very good job of noticing when you're anxious. And I also feel like they'll really make sure to not make you anxious, you know. I feel like if like the first example that comes to mind is if you guys are in public and, you know, this person will know when you're anxious. This person will know when you're feeling uncomfortable, or if like, you know, like you're talking to a cashier or you're talking to somebody and like they just make you uncomfortable. This person will step in and be like, yeah, like, you know, this person just they won't mind stepping in for you, and they won't mind, you know, like covering you when you feel weird or when you're just not feeling it or when you feel upset, you know. I feel like they'll also be very catering towards you if you're sick, you know. If you feel sick, I feel like this will be the person that like provides for you. Be like, hey, like I bought you some canned soup and some drinks. I remember this one Thanksgiving, my brother, like he was like, we need to go Thanksgiving shopping, and I was like dying. I was like on my deathbed. I almost passed away, I'm not gonna lie. And I was just laying in bed, and he ended up going shopping by himself, and he came back with like all these soups and all these body armors for me, and he was like, drink these, you know, take this. And I was just like, I just felt like cared for, guys. And I just feel like this person will do that for you. You'll feel cared for, and you'll love that about this person, pile 2. That is the best way I can put it, honestly. And I also feel like with the Page of Cups, this person will also be very romantic. And like I said, like I feel like we've established this in the reading already, but this person will definitely be very romantic, like buying you flowers and stuff like that, but not like in a love bombing way, obviously. I feel like this person will know how to, you know, like they'll be very good at reading the room. They'll be very good at knowing when it's the correct time to like treat you, when it's the correct time to, you know, like take care of you and stuff like that. They'll know, you know, they're going to be a very intuitive person, whether they realize it or not, and they'll just be very good at getting a read on you and not making you feel uncomfortable, you know. And also with the Death card, I just feel like it seems as if though, like for some of you, you have faced an ending, or this person will have faced an ending. I feel like one or both of you will have gone through some endings in your life or a lot of transformations in your life. And I feel like this person, one thing you're going to like about them is that you're going to feel like you deserve this person. And I'm not saying that. I don't want that to come off in a way like, oh, like there's a potential for me to not deserve it, you know? But more so in a way that like you'll feel like all the hard work that you've done on yourself, and you'll feel like all the work you've done on yourself, and you know, the self-love you've given yourself and the efforts you've taken to making your life better than it already was. It's just like this person will feel like they're matching up to that, you know? They feel like you'll feel like they're treating you the way you like to treat yourself, and they'll treat you like way better, you know. And it's just like they'll be so much better than the rest, first of all. And I just feel like this person will also be very acknowledging towards like your triggers and what has gone in your past. I feel like with the 9 of Swords and 5 of Pentacles, maybe some of you are a little bit hesitant or a little bit, you know, apprehensive when it comes to, you know, relationships, or, you know, getting romantic or like getting intimate with someone again. And I feel like, you know, this person might get a sneak peek at that. Maybe you'll tell them, maybe they'll sense it, maybe they'll feel it. But I just feel like they'll do a very good job of not like intruding, not like pushing your boundaries, and not making you feel uncomfortable, not making you feel like they're gonna be like the other ones, you know, or they won't like, they'll just be very understanding, you know. They won't try to do you incorrectly. They won't do any of that, you know. Like basically they'll just be like a decent human being is what I'm trying to say. And I just feel like you're gonna be very excited about that. And I just feel like with the Death card, it just seems as if though it goes a bunch of different ways, because I feel like the Death card is like very flexible in a reading like this. But the main way is that I feel like this person will just be very acknowledging towards the fact that you are somebody who's constantly changing and transforming, and somebody who has gone through a lot of changes and transformations and a lot of rocky situations that cause you a lot of anxiety, and they won't make you feel bad about it, you know. Like if you have like trauma or something, they'll be very forgiving with you. They'll make you feel lovable. They'll make you feel like, you know, that you aren't too much work or something of that nature. I think I'm going to sum up your reading, pile 2, and just say that this person, right off the bat, the physical chemistry is going to be insane. It is going to be so good, and I just feel like you're going to love that about them. I feel like they're going to satiate you in ways that you really wanted, and they're going to do a very good job of keeping you grounded. They're going to do a very good job of making you feel wanted, and also just like very good at reassuring you and taking care of you and not making you feel like nervous, you know. Like if you feel weird or something, like they'll pull that extra weight, or, you know, they'll step up to the occasion. And I feel like this will kind of go both ways, you know. I feel like this person will let you help them too. And I feel like that will be like one of the major things that you're going to love about this person, is that they accept your help and they're willing to listen to you. They're willing to take your advice and apply it, and, you know, take what you said into consideration. You know, they'll love hearing you out, and you'll love hearing them out. And like you'll also love that they love hearing you out, you know. And I just feel like this person will also be like a very passionate person, somebody who is very invested into the things that they do, the people they associate with, you know. This person won't do things halfway, you know. They can't do something they aren't feeling, and you'll know that. And as a result, this person will just make you feel so wanted and so lovable in ways that you didn't even realize, you know. And with the 6 of Pentacles, they'll just be so fair. And I just feel like the way you catch feelings for this person will be very like emotionally sweet and very surprising and just make you feel like that fuzzy feeling again, you know? So yeah, that's all I have for you, Pilot 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you came from Lexi's channel, once again, thank you for coming here. If you like the vibe, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Other than that, if you'd like to get a personal reading, I offer those down below in my description box in my Etsy shop, in case you're wondering. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. If you chose the Lifeline Tarot, this is going to be your reading for what are you going to love about your next lover? Sorry, I just like blinked out because I was like, I've been thinking really intensely. Anyways, what is Pile 3 going to love about their next lover? We're going to use some oracle cards first. I know I haven't used them in a while. And also, if you're coming from the Spiritual Socials channel, I just want to say hi. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you so much for stopping by. And yeah, I hope you like my vibe. What will Pile 3 love about their next lover? Okay. We have soul connection. And we have commitment. I feel like one thing that you're going to really love about your next lover is how serious they are and how everything just seems to click, you know? Literally have soul connection here. So this could be somebody that, you know, you met in a past life, or you have known, like you felt each other's presence like before, like you guys physically manifested into each other's life, you know? And I feel like you'll really like that, because I feel like with the commitment card, I just don't feel as if though, Pile 3, you're the kind of person to kind of just like hop into a relationship, you know? I feel like maybe you just like, if you don't feel anything right from the get-go, I just feel like you're not going to get into it, you know? Because I feel like you have like a very good gut instinct when it comes to connections. It doesn't even have to, like, any connection, you know? It doesn't even have to be romantic, but for the sake of this topic, we are going to be talking romantically, of course, but I just want to throw it out there because I want to provide context is to that you're going to really love that you feel something with this person and that they feel something with you, you know? It won't be meaningless. There will be feelings of history here. There will be feelings of like, you know, like there's something more important here. You know, you'll feel like you'll have business in this connection, and you'll feel like you have meaning in this connection, and you'll feel like it will help you get to where you want to be in some way, shape, or form. And I also feel like you just won't feel like you're wasting your time trying to figure something out, you know? You'll feel it right from the get-go, and this person will too, more than likely. And I just feel like you're gonna really love that they're just as serious about it as you are, and that like you aren't really looking to mess around or, you know, be foolish or, you know, like do something just for the sake of doing something, you know? Like what I'm trying to say, I think the best way to like kind of lay down the foundation is that you'll love that this person has intentions, good ones at that, and you'll love that you'll feel like you have meaning in this connection, and that you'll feel like, not meaning as if like, I don't want that to come off in a way that like your meaning is attached to connections, but you know what I mean? Like you'll feel like there's something for you here, you know? I don't know, like I feel like that's the most eloquent way to describe it, because I don't want to come off wrong, you know, but like I just want to say like this will feel important and you'll love that. And let's see here. Let's get right into the tarot. I actually got this tarot deck for Christmas. I remember my bestie, she was like, what do you want for Christmas? And I just sent her a bunch of random tarot decks, and I was like, just pick one. She was like, okay. Yeah, this is the Lifeline Tarot. Oh my gosh, I remember I had my eye on it for such a long time, and I wasn't expecting the cardstock to be like this. I thought it'd be like thicker, but it's like actual like thinner cards. I don't know, it's really nice, so I love it. Alright, let's get right into it. What is Pile 3 going to love about their next lover? What is... Oh my gosh. What is Pile 3 going to love about their next lover? Alright, well that card just fell out, so let's take it. We have the Devil. The physical stuff's going to be nice. I just want to say that out loud, Pile 3. And what else? We also have 3 of Wands. I feel like outside of the physical aspect of the Devil card, I feel like with the 3 of Wands and the Moon card, yeah, I feel like this connection's gonna bring out a lot of good and bad out of the both of you. Like, I don't know how to explain it. This connection, you're gonna love this person because they just feel so deliberate. they just like, they have a way of bringing things out of the both of you. And with the moon card, okay, so let me just explain my thought process here. Because with the devil card and the moon card, I just feel like a lot of bad habits and a lot of like negative traits will kind of come up to the surface when it comes to this person, and not like, but more so in like a fight or flight, but not like in a bad way they did something bad, you know, but because I just feel like maybe in the past, like you have had scenarios where people have used their good intentions as a means to control you, or, you know, take advantage of you, or do something, you know, to like, it was just not with good intent, you know, it was very backhanded. And I just feel like maybe when this person, like, you're gonna love that their good intentions will be matched up with their good actions, you know? You'll love that there won't be like a disconnect between the feelings and what this person's doing. And I just feel like, in that being said, I just feel like you'll love the productivity that this relationship brings to your life, because I do feel as if though like you're a more independent person, pile 3. I feel like you are more of a lone wolf. I wouldn't be surprised if you were a little bit like, not apprehensive, but a little bit, you know, like hesitant to watch a reading like this. Maybe you have like an aversion for finding out about connections that you don't have any interest in. You know what I mean? I just feel like, I just want to say, like, you're gonna love this person because they seemingly, like, first of all, like, the reason that you'll give this a chance at all, and the reason that, you know, like I said, like, you'll feel like you have business here, and you'll feel like the connection has so much more purpose than what is on the surface. And I just think that you'll love that about this person, because they'll feel it too, like I said. And I want to keep reiterating that throughout this reading, because I just want to put importance onto it. And with the 3 of Wands here, I feel like you'll love that. You feel as if though, like, progress with this person is just like so meaningful and so deep, you know? Because with the Moon card and the Devil card, like, let's be real here, these cards are not the best, but like more so in a way that they have the potential to highlight a lot of flaws in our humanity, and a lot of flaws in the way we navigate this life. And I just feel like this person is going to bring light to that, and I feel like you're gonna love it, because it'll be in a very loving way, you know? What I'm trying to say here is, you're gonna love that this person is motivated to bring the best out of you, and motivated to bring, like, have their best come out, you know? Their intentions are going to be very pure with you, and also very progressive. You know, this person will be very big on progress and very big on taking steps together. I feel like with the 3 of Wands, this person will be very slow is to take it tier by tier, you know? They won't be someone who pushes you into things that you don't want to do. You know, they won't rush the connection. They won't say or do things that will like freak you out. And if they do, I feel like they'll be very good at, you know, like, understanding what they did. And I feel like they'll be very good on self accountability, because I feel like you're a very understanding and patient person when it comes to other people and their bad habits, you know? Because I feel like you are very in tune of your own shadow self and the things that you have done in terms of shadow work, and, you know, taking care of yourself and acknowledging your own mortality and humanity, you know? And, you know, like, I think that can apply in a bunch of different ways, because I feel like it is a very vague topic and something that I prefer to paint in broad strokes with, but it's pretty safe to say that a lot of you watching this pile are very in tune with your shadow side, and are very in tune with the shadow work that you feel like you need to continue doing, or you feel like you've done, you know? And I just feel like this person is going to highlight those aspects of yourself and really help you on your self-growth, and releasing bad habits, and releasing addictions and things that no longer serve you, you know? I feel like above all else, if it's not even about like bad habits and literal shadow work and addictions, if you aren't really like attentively doing that on like, you know, like a frequent basis, or if you haven't been immersed into it, at the very least, what I'm trying to say here is that this person will really help you purge a lot of your bad habits and a lot of poor emotional habits that maybe you've been wanting to release, or maybe didn't even realize were with you, you know? And I don't want that to come off in a way as if though like you have flaws or you have something wrong with you, pile 3. I just want to say, like, you and I both know that like we all have shadow aspects of ourselves, and we all have work to do on ourselves. And I just feel like this person will be very acknowledging towards that, and they'll be very patient with you about it, and they'll very much understand their own shadow self too, you know? It won't feel like you're doing all the work on yourself for the sake of the relationship, for the sake of your own well-being. This person will also be very focused on themselves, and I feel like it's just like I'm picking up like this sense of like there won't be that much codependency in this relationship, because I just feel like the individuals that will be involved are very independent and very much focused on themselves. But that doesn't mean that like you guys aren't putting importance on the connection or that you guys aren't investing into it. I just feel like you'll love that about this person too, is that they won't be pushing you, you know, they won't force you to give to the connection more than you can give or more that you feel like giving, you know. And on the other hand, I feel like with the Devil card, like it's just like, if something does come up, I feel like with the Three of Wands, this person will do a very good job of helping you and understanding you and being patient with you. And also with the Moon card on the bottom of the deck, it's just the sense of like they'll help bring light to it and they'll help understand it. And I just feel like they won't like, they're not going to push you, you know, like I don't know how to describe it. They won't be overly demanding of you, or they won't, you know, they won't do everything so aggressively. They'll be very passive about it. And I feel like they'll let you come to your own realizations and they'll let you come up to your own conclusions, because I feel like you don't like when other people decide how you feel, what you're doing, how you should do what you're doing, you know. This person will leave you to your devices and they'll let you make your own decisions by yourself. But with that being said, I just feel like this person will hope that like, you know, you choose them, you choose to be with them, you know, that you commit to them. And I feel like you very much are, because this person will make you feel so much more comfortable, so much more motivated, you know. Like they're just going to bring something to the table, you know. They're going to make it special. They're not going to make it like meaningless or like stupid or just like a waste of your time, you know. You won't feel like this person's wasting your time, and I feel like you're really going to love that about them. Let me see here. 8 of Pentacles and Page of Wands. I feel like this person will spark a lot of curiosity in you, and I feel like you'll love that pile 3, because I feel like you've learned so much that sometimes maybe you feel like you already like know everything, not like in a know-it-all way, or you know what I mean, not the way that like it can be like taken, but more so in a way that like maybe sometimes you feel as if though nobody's on your level, or that nobody is able to bring the enrichment into your life that you want. And maybe that's why you have like this specific aversion for specific connections and, you know, like particular relationships, because you're just not into inviting people into your circle for just for them to take energy away from you, or just to like, you know, leech off of you, or to like not offer and bring as much to the relationship as you do, you know. But I feel like with the Page of Wands and 8 of Pentacles, this person's really gonna like inspire you and also bring a lot of like, they're gonna really spark your curiosity. I feel they're going to kind of like make you realize like, oh, like there is still work to be done. Oh wow, like I would have never thought to do that, you know. And I feel like also it'll be vice versa. I feel like this person will also want to work on themselves because of you, or they'll be very motivated to do the work on themselves, whether it be for the connection or for themselves. I feel like it'll be more so the latter and then the former. And I feel like once again you'll love that, because they aren't too obsessive or like smothering when it comes to relationships, you know. They won't be like forcing anything, they won't be rushing anything, they won't be pressuring the connection to be a specific way. They'll simply just want things to be the way that they are, and that they understand that putting work into themselves will naturally make the connection better. And I feel like you'll love that about them. You're just going to love that they aren't immature, or that if they are immature in some ways, like they are willing to work on those parts of themselves and that they are willing to do something about it. And it's just like they're going to really match up to your energy. They're going to really match up to your vibe. And it's really going to spark your curiosity and really inspire you to do even more work on yourself, more work on something that you're invested into. And, you know, this could also literally just be like a career thing, you know. Maybe they come into your life and I feel like you're just going to love that they motivate you to do the things that you want to do. Perhaps in past connections, like you've had people that, not even just romantic interests, like people trying to force you to be a specific way, do specific things, do things that you don't want to do, you know. And I just feel like this person is going to be very encouraging of the things that you want to do, you know, the things that you put importance in and the things that you're passionate about, you know. And I feel like it's just going to be very nice. Like, it's just, this person will literally, like, this will be like power couple vibes, you know, and in the ways that you want, not in like the traditional, like, advertised mainstream way of power couple is like, yeah, like, let's go to that gym together, you know, not like that. It could be that way for some of you, especially with the 8 of Pentacles here. I just feel like they'll be very, like, they'll motivate you, you know, in the ways that count and in the ways that you want to be motivated, you know, because obviously, like, a lot of people are going to be watching this pile, so just know that this person will motivate you, and in the ways that you're thinking are probably the ways that are applicable, you know, take it how it resonates. And They could also be somebody with the moon card. I just feel like they'll also be somebody who is very emotional, and I feel like they'll also be very intuitive. I feel like they'll know a lot of things too. I feel like you guys will just be very good at like comfortable silence. I feel like you guys will be very good at communicating without any words, you know? And I feel like you'll also love that because maybe like some of you aren't that much of a talker, or that conversation isn't sometimes your biggest jam, you know? But I just feel like, and even if it is, what I'm trying to say here is I feel like, you know, there are times where you probably don't want to talk, and this person won't be filling up the silence just to fill up the silence, you know? They'll be very good at just talking. They'll be very good at not talking. They'll be good at, wow, good at talking and not talking. But you know what I mean? Like they're going to be good at balancing those two things, and they're going to be good at communicating to you just kind of like intuitively, you know, like that best friend kind of vibe where you like look at your best friend and one look says it all, you know? That's the kind of vibe I'm picking up, you know? Okay, let's pull some more cards actually. We also have Ace of Cups. And then we have King of Swords. So with the Ace of Cups, I do feel as if though like the offering with the King of Swords will be very catering to you. I don't know how to describe it. It's like when the emotions in this connection start to really bubble up, and when you guys start to feel some type of way about each other, which by the way, I want to make it clear that you guys are going to feel like this draw and like this spark right at the get-go, but I just feel like the way it's explored and the way that the feelings are kind of unraveled will be very careful. I don't know why, but like with the Ace of Cups and King of Swords, this person will just be so good at emotionally navigating this connection, and you'll love that about them because they'll be very careful about it, and they won't be hasty or trying to like, you know, they're not going to be selfish about it. It makes me think of like, you know, when you have like a Hershey Kiss or like a candy or something, and you like unwrap it in a way that's like you're uncovering the candy without destroying the wrapper, like ripping it or anything. That's the vibe I'm picking up from this person. This person will be very careful, and you'll love that about them because I just feel like you don't have like a tolerance for people messing up or people making very bad mistakes, or, you know, literally just effing up. You know what I mean? And I just feel like this person will be very respectful of your boundaries and what you're looking for, you know? And I just feel like with that being said, the way that this person kind of allures you and kind of like draws you in will be very slow and subtle. I feel like you'll literally just realize one day, hey, yo, like I'm feeling some type of way about this person. And I feel like that's when the connection will truly take off. But I just feel like it'll be a very slow burn and something that is very like intention saturated. And it'll just be something that doesn't feel like a waste of time, or it doesn't feel like your investment and what you put into the connection won't go nowhere, you know? You'll feel like it's all going somewhere. You'll feel like you'll reap the rewards of what you've sown, you know? And it's very nice. And I also feel like with the King of Swords, this person will be very good with their words too. I feel like they'll always know what to say. I feel like they'll be very witty, and I feel like they'll also be a very strong communicator. That's been coming out in all of the piles today, like strong communication. But I feel like this person, the way that they communicate to you will be very stern and with a lot of conviction, you know, even when they're wrong. You know what I mean, pile 3? I just feel like I don't think that you expect people to say everything right all the time, but I do feel like you expect people to say things with a spine, even if it's the wrong thing, you know? I feel like you just can't stand somebody that doesn't know how to stand up for themselves, or somebody that is just bouncing off of other people. I feel like you've just had bad experiences with that. And with that being said, this person will speak with a lot of conviction and with a lot of purpose, and they'll know what they're saying. They'll know what they're talking about. And even then, it's just like if they step out of line, I just feel like they'll be very willing to hear you out and make the progress towards, you know, like being better at talking and communicating, you know. And I feel like you'll really appreciate that about this person because you'll feel like they care, you know, and that they are, you know, like purposeful, because that means that they're goal oriented, that they have an intention. There's something that they're set out to look for, you know. There's something that they are aiming for. And I feel like you'll love that about this person because like never will you feel directionless, or you'll feel like the connection's not going anywhere, or that it's like starting to become like a liability or like a waste of time, you know. It'll just like, it'll all feel so deliberate and intentional. And once again, there it is again. Like, I'm just want to keep repeating that. I also feel like with the Ace of Cups, this person will probably make you feel a lot of new emotions, or a lot of things that perhaps you haven't felt in a while. And I feel like that'll also be very like exciting for you, because I feel like maybe like I feel like maybe sometimes you crave novelty, pile 3, and I feel like this person will be the perfect mix of predictability and just like surprising you, you know? I just feel like this person will be able to bring in a lot of the enrichment and change that you crave and maybe desire, maybe that you need, maybe you would just want from a connection, period. And I just feel like they'll be so good at matching that up and like, you know, bringing that to the table without like disturbing your inner balance, you know, without making you uncomfortable. This person will just be so good at reading you. Okay, let's pull some more cards before we kind of wrap things up. We have the Chariot. We have Labyrinth. It's a card exclusive to this deck. And Three of Swords. Yeah, I just feel like the Three of Swords and the Labyrinth card is kind of referencing the fact that a lot of you, especially with the Moon card and the Devil card, like I said, I just feel like you guys have had some weird experiences with relationships, or you've witnessed like relationships that you just would rather never be a part of. And I feel like for you, maybe you're the kind of person where one bad experience is like enough for you to be like, yeah, I'm never doing that again, you know? I'm very much the same way, except with food. This is very off topic, but if I eat something and it just like tastes horrible, I'm probably never gonna reach for that ever again, just saying. Anyways, I digress. With the Labyrinth card and Three of Swords, this person will definitely, I also feel like they'll have like a very like neutral reaction to your emotions. I feel like with the Devil card and the Ace of Cups and the Three of Wands and the Moon card also, I feel like if you bring up your darker emotions to this person, or like your beliefs or the things that you have picked up, because I feel like you're a very intuitive person, pile 3, I feel like if you bring it up to this person, they're not going to judge you for it, you know? I feel like maybe a lot of the time when you bring up your feelings or your downloads, maybe people like think you're crazy, or people just like they just like act all surprised, you know? And I feel like that's maybe caused you to be a little bit more careful about who you share your downloads to, or who you share, you know, your thoughts and feelings and what you've picked up on with other people, you know? And it's just like, for some of you, I just feel like maybe sometimes you feel things, you tell people, they think you're crazy, and then you end up being right, and you're like, girl, I told you so, you know? And I just feel like this person will be very good at trusting your intuition, because they very much have like a strong intuition themselves. So I just feel like they'll be very willing to hear you out on those things, you know? Like, if you're like, I feel like this isn't a very good person, or I feel like this person's gonna do this, or something of that nature, you know, or I feel like this is gonna happen, they'll be like, why do you feel that way, you know? And I feel like they'll be willing to talk to you about it and share their own intuitive thoughts. Or it'll literally just be like, yo, I felt the same way, like you picked up on that too. And I just feel like it's going to be very exciting for you, because I feel like maybe sometimes, like in the past, before some of you realize that you are a very intuitive person, maybe people have tried gaslighting you, or people have taken advantage of you, or like manipulated you. And this probably does like refer to this Three of Swords with that aforementioned, like, also we have 2 3s here, and I just feel like third party just will not be a thing here. Just want to throw that out there. But I just feel like, you know, the Three of Swords does reference to the facts that you probably have dealt with some really weird things in the past. And I'm saying weird because not all of it was necessarily strictly bad, but some of them were some strange occurrences that really hindered the quality of your life in ways that you didn't even realize until you move forward with your life and just like continue to hone your intuition. And I just feel like this person will one be very respectful and understanding of the boundaries that you put up in regards to those situations. And I feel like this person will also be very willing to hear out why you set up boundaries, you know. They'll just be very understanding and very willing to hear you out on these things, because I feel like they themselves have probably dealt with a lot of these things in the past. And I feel like in that sense, this person will further be able to connect to you and just understand the vibe, you know. They'll just be very good at understanding what you're putting down, you know, without you having to over explain yourself, without you having to, you know, go out of your way, without you feeling like they just don't get it, you know. You'll feel understood, and you're just gonna love that about your next lover, honestly. And I feel like it's also interesting because I just realized I kept saying the person or your person. I just feel like you probably also aren't that big on like traditional romantic labels or things of that sort, and I just feel like this person will match up to that energy, you know. And with the Chariot card, a lot of forward movement here, a lot of direction with this connection. So much so that it rhymed, you know. I just think that this person will be very good at moving forward, and they'll be very good at taking the steps necessary to get to where, you know, they want to be, where the connection should be, at a pace that's comfortable. You know, like I said, like wrapping a candy carefully, not to destroy the wrapper, you know. Unwrapping a gift without destroying the wrapping paper, you know. It's just that kind of vibe. I think I'm going to sum up your reading, pile 3, by saying that this person is going to be somebody that you feel something with right off the bat. And I feel like that's something that you really require when it comes to getting into connections like these. And rest assured that this will be something that is present in the connection right from the get-go. And I just feel like this person will also really help you like do shadow work, do work on yourself without them like stepping out of line, you know. They'll do the work on themselves too, you know. They'll just be very willing to match up to your energy, very willing to, you know, like acknowledge you and your boundaries and vice versa, you know. You'll respect their boundaries, you know. Like there'll just be a lot of mutual things here. There'll be a lot of mutual respect and a lot of mutual feelings, some of which are just completely under the surface and only the two of you can get, which makes the connection all the more special, which is probably going to be very exciting for you, pile 3. And I just feel like also, like, just know, like, you won't have to deal with any third parties. You won't have to deal with people. Like, it doesn't even have to be, like, you know, like, another person that this person's talking to, you know. You won't deal with people getting in the way of the connection, whether it be, like, friends, family, you know. And I also feel like with the 8 of Pentacles and Page of Wands, this person will really spark your curiosity when it comes to work, when it comes to career and labor. Anything that deals with doing either the work on yourself or work on, you know, like the material world, you know. They'll motivate you and inspire you and really get you going in the ways that you wanted. And also with the Devil card, I feel like there'll be a lot of physical chemistry here. You'll be very attracted to them. And I feel like with the King of Swords and Chariot card, they'll be very good at communicating. They'll be very good at using their words to make the movement. And I just feel like they'll also, like, King of Swords and Chariot just really shows that this person will be able to put actions to their words and vice versa, you know? This person will just be very, like, I'm just going to wrap this up by saying that you're going to love that this person is very deliberate and intentional. So yeah. I hope the reading resonated, pile 3. If it did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you came from Lexi's channel, I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you like the reading. I hope you like my vibe. But yeah, and if any of you would like to buy a personal reading, I offer those in my Etsy shop down below in the description box, just because I get asked here and there. Other than that, thank you so much for watching again. I love you. Bye. Hello, pile 4. If you chose the Golden Thread Tarot, this is going to be your reading for what are you going to love about your next lover. So we're actually going to start with some oracle cards today. And I just want to say, if you're here from Lexi's channel, hi, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so happy to have you, and I hope you stick around, and I hope you like your stay so far. Anyways, what will pile 4 love about their next lover? I don't know. I'm kind of awkward, you know. It feels like whenever you like come over to someone's house and like they have like a mutual over and you're like, what do I say, y'all? You know, I'm very happy to meet this person, but I don't know how to like express it. Anyways, what will pile 4 love about their next lover? Okay, for you we have soul connection, and we also have forgiveness. So we actually got soul connection in the last pile, but I feel like with the forgiveness card and the soul connection card, it just gives me the sense of like, for some of you, okay, if this does not resonate, do not take it. But for some of you, it could be like a past lover, or it could be somebody that you have been hoping to reconcile with. And I feel like this isn't like strictly like towards an ex. I feel like for some of you, it could just be somebody that you're not immediately in connection with, or somebody that you've known for a while, and it's just you guys were like with other people or something of that nature, or you guys were friends for a while before you realized each other's feelings, you know. It's just the context is very broad and it's very flexible in the sense that the situation kind of depends on, like, it really does depend on the circumstances more than the person. Because I feel like with the forgiveness card, like, obviously, like, this is somebody that I feel like there will be history with, or somebody that you will have known. And I just feel like this kind of goes in a bunch of different directions. But the first way is how I'm talking about it now, you know. I feel like what you're going to love about this person is that, like, this will be somebody that you can forgive, you know. This will be somebody that forgives you, you know. Forgiveness and understanding will be very prominent in this relationship, whether or not it is somebody that is from your past, you know. And that's why, like, I'm very peculiar about, like, mentioning ex-lovers and stuff like that, because I feel like there are so many of us that do want to get back with an ex-lover, but so many of us that would rather die alone. And I'm the latter, but I know some of you guys are with me on that. I know you guys, not all of you are going to be into a past lover, you know? So I don't know. I feel like I'm over explaining it, but that's just because I really don't want to, like, give you a reading that makes you uncomfortable, you know? Or a reading that makes you go like, nope. But just know that, like, this next lover is going to be someone that you feel like a really meaningful connection with, and that's kind of the basis of it. That's kind of why they are to come back into your life, or they are to come into your life the way that they have, despite that there may be a past that is a little bit rocky and requires forgiveness. And if that's not the case here, I also feel like this could be just somebody that is very easy to forgive, or vice versa. And I just feel like you'll love that this person never truly gives you a reason to, like, give ultimatums, or, you know, there won't be any, like, monumental distress in this connection. And if there is, it will be communicated through it, and it will be dealt with properly, you know, it will be forgived. And I also feel like this could, for some of you, it could be like a past life connection. And I feel like for some of you, this will be somebody that you are manifesting, or somebody that you have been waiting on for a very long time. You know, just that sense of, like, what took you so long, you know? I feel like that's going to be a huge theme for a lot of you, like, what took you so long, you know? And I feel like that's definitely going to be one of the factors that makes this connection so satisfying for you, and one of the reasons why you love this person so much. But yeah, let's get into this. I also feel like maybe for some of you, like, in the past, like, this person has just, like, not treated you bad, but just, like, they've been very naive, you know? And this is applying to those that, like, feel as if though, like, this is a past lover or somebody that you've had history with, you know? And I also feel like this person, one thing you'll love about them is I feel like you'll also be able to practice self-forgiveness with them. I feel like they'll be very gentle with you, and very, you know, like, catering to you, and very nice to you, you know? When you make a mistake, or when you're, like, doing something, or if you're hard on yourself, I don't know about y'all, but I'm my own worst critic, and I know that maybe some of you are the same. I feel like this person will do an amazing job of, like, reassuring you and making you feel like you are worth the compassion and love that you seek, even when you're going through something, or even when you've made a mistake, you know? And I don't mean that to come off in a way that, like, you guys don't love yourself or anything like that. I don't want that to be the message here. What I'm trying to say here is, like, I feel like maybe at times, like, you guys are a little bit hard on yourselves, and this person will show you that even, like, despite the circumstances, you are still worthy of love and compassion, and they'll be very good at showing you that. And I feel like it's gonna be one of those things that kind of, like, really, like, sets you off and really makes you just really like this person, you know? Yeah. Whew. That took that was a lot. Anyways, what will pile for love about their next lover? What will pile for love about their next lover? Okay, first card. We have the Magician. I'm so sorry. These cards are going to be kind of hard to see in this lighting. And Queen of Pentacles. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Three of Swords. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, there's history here. And I also feel like for a lot of you, with the Magician with the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, I feel like this person will do a very good job of, like, taking care of you. And also, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, there will be this mutual nurturing and this mutual desire to care for each other and nurture each other, you know? And the reason I'm kind of bringing that up that way is because I don't want to seem like, oh, like, you're going to be exclusively nurturing this person or vice versa. But more so, it'll be, like, this desire out of both of you without that whole, you know, like, mess of wanting to take advantage of each other, or, you know, it won't be, like, codependent, you know? It'll just be very healthy. It'll be very much like this nice balance of wanting to care for each other, take care of each other and look out for each other. And I also feel like with the Magician card, this person's really gonna hone your manifestation powers. I do feel as if though this is somebody that you're hoping for, somebody that you are trying to manifest, or, you know, or this person's trying to manifest you. And I feel like you're gonna love this person because, like, it'll just be so, like, I just feel like you already know what you're looking for, and I feel like you probably may already know who you're talking about, and just like, I just want to say, if that is the vibe here, like, just know that you are manifesting this person. I'm actually gonna ask for another card on this Queen of Pentacles here, because I want to know a little bit more about it. Tell me more about this Queen of Pentacles. May I get some more on this Queen of Pentacles? We have the Devil and the Page of Wands. Yeah, I feel like they'll spark a lot of your curiosity, and I just feel like you got a lot of similar cards from pile 3. So if you were drawn to pile 3 too, you can feel free to watch that one too. I feel like there's a message or two in there for you maybe. But I just feel like in general here, with the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Devil card and the Page of Wands, this person will really spark your curiosity when it comes to the material realm. And I feel like for some of you, this person will also be very exciting to be around, in the sense that I feel like they'll get you to try a lot of new things. Maybe for some of you, you're a little bit nervous, or a little bit like you have like an aversion for trying new things, or you have an aversion for doing things that you don't want to do, you know? And not like this person's going to get you to do things that you don't want to do, but things that you'd probably love but just haven't gotten around to, you know? And I also feel like this person will be very good at introducing commitment to you, because maybe for some of you, like, you have like a rocky history with commitment, and or, you know, just with the cards that have popped out with the Three of Swords that came out earlier, and also just the Devil card, I just feel like this person will be very good at tending to you whenever you need it, when it comes to your insecurities, or when it comes to you feeling some type of way, you know? I just feel like they'll be very good at tying up any loose ends when it comes to your doubts and, you know, your aversions for relationships, anything within them or anything about them, you know? And it'll really keep you on your toes, because I feel like with the Page of Wands, this person will do a very good job of taking care of you, like I said. And I feel like they'll do a very good job of keeping you interested. And I just like, this person will know how to like keep you interested and know how to keep you. That's the second time they've done that in this entire recording. Anyways, this person will just, they'll really also help out your inner child. I feel like this person with the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician card, I almost wonder if this person will bring a lot to the table that will really like touch your inner child, or really, you know, just like cater to your inner child. And I feel like that's one of the things that will really bring a lot of strength in this connection and put a lot of meaning into it, you know? What else? What else will they love about their person? What else will pile 4 love about their next lover? And we also have 8 of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. I do think that this is going to be a slow burn, and I feel like, ooh, and the Fool, wow. I feel like this person is going to be very good at reassuring you, and I don't think that this is going to be like in a way that like, oh, like you get nervous, or you get like, you know, like anxious, or like whatever it may be, and you need reassurance. And for some of you, maybe for some of you, it is that way, you know? If you do feel like when you get into this connection, you get anxious, or you get like insecure, or like you need reassurance, this person will reassure you. But for others of you, I just feel like when you have your doubts in general, you know, regardless of how you show your doubts, or, you know, your aversions, or what you aren't really all about, you know, or when you feel some type of way, this person will know how to show up for you, and this person will do a very good job of taking things slow and really pumping the brakes whenever you feel some type of way. Because I feel like maybe this person, they won't always ask you what's going on. They'll just know, you know. You won't have to explain everything to this person, and this person won't require you to over-explain yourself. They won't require you to get up in your head about things, you know. With the 8 of Swords, I feel like this is just talking about what they're going to let you avoid, you know, what you're going to be avoiding in this connection, you know. Because I feel like in all of the readings today, any negative cards have come out in a way that's like, this is what's going to be avoided. And I feel like what's going to be avoided for you in this connection, and what you're going to love about this person, is that they're never going to make you feel like the 8 of Swords, you know? They're never going to make you feel trapped or make you feel tied down. They'll never make you feel like you're just like lost, or, you know, you're overthinking, or that you're caught up in something. You know, they'll never make you feel like you're crazy, is what I'm saying. Like, they're just going to be a decent human being that's emotionally available and won't make you feel like you're going insane, or that they're gaslighting you, you know? You know, they'll never make you second guess yourself is the best way to put it. And also with the Fool card, I also think that maybe for some of you, you could go on adventures with this person, or they'll just be somebody who's very goofy and somebody very witty. I feel like this is going to be somebody that you'll love in the sense that, like, they'll be very good at being professional and being serious when the situation solicits that. But I also feel like when it's time to let loose, they'll be like so much fun to be around. They'll be hilarious. They'll be witty. They'll be, you know, well worded. They'll be well spoken. They'll just be very good at bringing, you know, they'll just be very good in social situations, you know. And I just feel like this person could very well just end up being like a best friend, you know, like lovers, like friends to lovers kind of trope, or like this person will just be like a very, like, they'll be your best friend, you know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like they'll be your lover and your best friend at the same time. There we go. And it's just like, I feel like that's really what you look for, because I feel like you just aren't into somebody that you feel like you don't know, you know. And I feel like also with that being said, this person, you're gonna love how transparent they are and how honest they are with you. They won't have a problem telling you what's on their mind, or they won't have a problem, like I said, like earlier, reassuring you. They won't have a problem telling you how they feel. They'll just never make you guess with those kind of things, you know. What else? We also have the 7 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So nice how the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles popped out here. Not popped out, but, you know, like they came out, you know. They didn't like pop out, but that's just me. Anyways, I feel like with the Pentacles energy coming through later on in the reading too, I feel like this person will be very good at setting a foundation with you. And with the 7 of Pentacles, honestly, specifically, this person, you'll love that you feel like you're really building something with them, you know. I feel like outside of the connections, you might start like a project together, or you might start like a business together, or you might, you know, do something of that nature together. I feel like this, for some of you, this could literally be soulmate vibes. And it's just like you'll start something with them, and you'll feel like this connection has so much more purpose outside of the connection itself, you know. And I just feel like it'll just make it all the more exciting, all the more adventurous, all the more feeling like you're starting something new with this person, you know. It's literally giving building a house with this person kind of vibes, you know. And I just feel like it'll be a lot of fun, you know. And obviously that's like a very vague way of describing it, but I just feel like with the 8 of Swords, perhaps in a lot of past situations, you felt very trapped, or you felt like too much is being expected of you, or people are just exploiting you, or people are just like squeezing you of all your magic, making you provide to them, making you give and do all the work in the connection. This person with the 7 of Pentacles and both the King and Queen of Pentacles popping out here, this person will not be afraid of matching up to your energy and, you know, like giving to you, you know, and giving you what you want, and allowing them to like and it'll also be like, so what I'm trying to say here is like, they'll give you what you want, and they'll allow you to give them what they want, you know. I feel like maybe for some of you, like, you guys are big on like taking care of people, you're big on providing, you're big on just like being there for people, but I just feel like this has been taken advantage of too many times in the past, and therefore, like, I just feel like with the 8 of Swords, you have this apprehensiveness about you when it comes to coming into connections or like giving to somebody. But I just feel like this person is just going to be, they won't take advantage of that, you know. They will only take what's given. There we go. They will only take from you what you offer. And because of that, you'll just feel like they really respect you, and you'll just feel even more like called to give them more, and it'll just like make you so happy feeling like this person appreciates everything that you give them, you know. They won't make you feel like they're just taking because they want their own gain, or they want to just like benefit themselves, you know, or like they won't make you feel like it's all about them, you know. And you're just gonna love that about them. And I just feel like they'll just be so good at respecting you, pile 4. That's like it, you know. It's just, you'll feel like you'll be building with this someone, and that you'll have space in the connection to actually work on yourself, work on the connection, and invest into it, you know. I feel like so many times in the past you've been in connections where you feel like you can't even work on the connection, or you feel like you can't work on something with this person, or you feel like you can't even do the work on yourself, you know, because you're so focused on giving and giving and giving, and feeling like this person finally appreciates you, or feeling like this person, you know, is up to the challenge, or that they realize your worth finally. I feel like you've had some issues with that in the past, but I feel like this person will just not do that to you, you know. They won't subject you to that, you know. They won't make you feel some type of way about that, you know? You'll never, because I feel like with the Eight of Swords here, I feel like you have a very good intuition, and I think that you are able to smell bad intentions from a mile away now, just because of your experiences and what you've gone through. And so as a result, this person just won't give you that vibe, you know? And I feel like that's definitely one of the most important bases of this connection, and one thing you'll really love about them is that you'll feel like you really trust them, you know? You won't feel paranoid, or you won't feel like you're trying to validate or trying to, you know, like invalidate like this weird anxiety you have in you, or like this pit of, you know, like, oh, like something's wrong here. And, you know, you try telling this person and they're like, no, I don't get what you mean. LOL, like you're just crazy. And it's just like, you won't feel like you're going through that insanity inducing cycle where you're trying to like dismiss this feeling, or you're trying to ignore your gut for the sake of the connection, or for the sake of not wanting to think that you were wrong, or that you wasted your time, you know? It won't be any of that. It won't be any of that unproductive panicking, or that internal like insecurity that is just budding inside of you that makes you feel like no one else gets it, or that no one else sees it like you do. And as a result, like, you just won't feel like you're going crazy. There we go. I don't know. Like, I feel like that's the best way to describe it, because it just seems as if though like you've dealt with a lot of situations where people were like gaslighting you, or like future lovers really made you feel worthless, or they just disrespected you outright, you know? And it's just like, this person won't do that to you, you know? And if they do, they'll be very big on apologizing about it and communicating with you about it, and allowing them, like giving you the comfort to forgive them, knowing that they won't do it again. If they do something bad, they will not do it again. They will listen to you, and they will listen to what you have to say. And I just feel like with that being said, you'll feel like you'll really be making progress with this person, and you'll love that, because I feel like you love steady foundations for anything, you know? I feel like you just have that cardinal energy about you, to where you aren't that big on doing something just for the sake of doing it, or you aren't that, you know, you want everything to have weight to it. I feel like you are very much into a person that would say less but mean more, you know? And this person will definitely embody that. Let's pull the last few cards here. We also have the Hermit. We have Virgo energy here. 10 of Wands. And 9 of Swords. Yeah, I just feel like this person will do a very good job of, because like I said, I want the negative cards. I've been interpreting them as like what's not going to happen. I feel like with the 10 of Wands and 9 of Swords, this person won't be a burden. I feel like maybe a lot of the times you've been in connections where you felt like you were carrying it, or you felt like you were being manipulated into feeling like you see this person offers more to your life than they actually do. And I feel like with the Hermit card, for some of you, maybe you've been alone for a while, or maybe for some of you, you've just been playing solo for a while. And, you know, if you have been interested in, you know, like love, I feel like you've just been dating around, talking to people, seeing what's going on. I feel like not a lot of you have been like actually committing or actually investing into that many people for various different reasons here. But I do think that with the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Swords, this person will just like seemingly, I won't say that they'll come out of nowhere, and I do think that this person will be somebody that you get to know with time, and I do think that it'll kind of happen very organically and very slowly. I feel like this won't take you off guard, because I don't think that you like surprises that much. And I think that also with the 9 of Swords, like they'll help you avoid, once again, all that anxiety and all those doubts and all those burdens, you know? I was trying to say, like, it will feel like this person adds something to your life, you know? It won't feel one-sided. There we go. It won't feel like you're giving and giving and giving, or it won't feel like you're just receiving and receiving and receiving, you know? It won't be one or the other. It will be like both for each side. And I also just think that this person with the Hermit card, they'll also be very self-sufficient. I feel like you're just not looking for somebody that is just strictly, you know, looking for something, or like, you know, this person needs somebody, you know? I feel like you don't like feeling, maybe for some of you, you do like the feeling of being needed, but I just feel like you understand to a degree that that is not something that is sustainable in connections like this. And so as a result, I just feel like you're big on providing and you're big on giving to people, but not because they need it, but because, you know, like, you just like to, you want to be nice, you know, you want to provide, you want to give, you know, like, oh, you know, like, I thought I'd just do this for you, you know, not like, oh, like, here's this because you needed it, you know. I just feel like those two things kind of have different energies here, and take whichever applies to you, but I do think that for a lot of you, it is the former. And I also think that with the Ten of Wands, this person will do a very good job of alleviating you. I feel like when you're under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, which probably frequent times you are, because I feel like you have a lot of weight on your shoulders, because I feel like a lot of people, you know, like count on you, or like, you know, you have just like a very hectic schedule or something of that nature, you know, just something that would indicate that you are a very busy person and somebody who is constantly in different places because you're always on the go. I feel like this person will do a very good job of like being a home, you know, and being somebody that helps you feel comfortable, that helps you unwind, you know. They won't be another problem on the list is what I'm trying to say. They'll be one of the things that alleviates the problems that are already on the list, you know. And I feel like with the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords, they'll also do a very good job of helping you like think things through and helping you provide reasoning and helping you come up to conclusions without outright telling you what to do. That's another thing. This person will not just tell you what to do, you know. And I feel like with the King and Queen of Pentacles both being here, you guys will be very good at matching up the energy, and you know, you'll both be on the ground and you'll be on the same page about a lot of the things when it comes to this connection and romance in general. Ooh, sorry, that was like a deep breath. I'm just gonna sum up this reading by saying like, what even is that? Sorry, pile 4. I don't even know what that was. There's like this weird honking noise outside. It's so annoying. But I'm gonna sum up your reading by saying that I think that this person is going to be somebody that you are on the same page with, and somebody who is just as grounded as you are and just as comfortable in their life as you are. And with that being said, you both will be able to add something to each other's life, and you'll feel like you'll be able to make the progress that you want and the connection that you want with the person that you want. And I feel like you're just gonna love this about that person, because I just feel like, you know, they'll add something to your life, you know, and you'll be able to add something to their life. So it'll just be such a coherent and such a healthy relationship, you know, because I feel like a lot of you have dealt with some BS before, you know. And I just think that it'll be a very fun and enticing journey for a lot of you. And it'll be something that brings you a lot of excitement and validation. And it's probably something that you've really been hoping for a really long time now. But I will say that this will be a very slow burn with all the pentacles here, especially with the Hermit here. I just think that this is going to be something that takes place after you leave a hermit mode, or this person leaves a hermit mode. Because I feel like one or both of you has been in like a deep state of rest and rejuvenation, you know? And yeah, I just feel like this will be a very beautiful and grounded connection that brings you a lot of happiness and brings you a lot of the things that you've been wishing for. So yeah, that's all I have for you, Pile 4. Thank you so much for watching. If you're here from Lexi's channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the vibes and I hope you stay along. But other than that, you know, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like a personal reading, I do offer those down in the description box below in my Etsy shop, in case you were wondering. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Again, I love you. Bye.